Now we will count to 12 and we will all keep still. For once on the earth, on the face of the earth, let's not speak in any language. Let's stop for 1 second and not move our arms so much. So, in these lines, in the very first stanza, the poet Pablo Neruda requests everyone to count till 12 in their own mind and to stop for a while. Maybe this 12 referred to the poet is the 12 hours in the clock or the 12 months in an year. He wants everyone to stop and calm down. The poet urges everyone not to speak any language as he feels that language breeds discrimination and linguistic chauvinism breeds domination. If for some time no one spoke on the face of the earth, all these discriminations will wither away in the depths of silence. So he asks people not to speak. Not only this, he also wants us to stop moving our arms. By using the word arms, he means the weapons which are used by the different countries to raise a war against each other. So basically, the poet wants to promote peace and brotherhood in the world. As the harbinger of world peace, he feels that as long as men are expressing their views, differences and unrest will prevail in the world. Thus, keeping quiet is the best antidote for restlessness. So, now this is the first stanza. Now we'll see to the literary devices that are used in these lines, the very first stanza. The first literary device used is assonance. Assonance is the use of vowel sound, O and E. Now we will count to 12 in these lines, not move our arms so much. So here in these lines, the alphabet O and E is repeated many times. So therefore assonance prevails in these two lines. Now next literary device that is used in this stanza is anaphora. Why anaphora? Because the word let's in third and fourth line in the two consecutive lines starting with the word let's. So therefore the repetition or the repetition of the same letter or same word in the two consecutive lines is called as anaphora. The third literary device that is used by the poet in this stanza is alliteration. Alliteration is used in basically in the whole poem many times. The repetition of a consonant sound at the start of two or more closely placed words. So here in the second line we will see we will. So here W, the consonant word W is repeated twice. So it is alliteration. So these are the basic poetic devices which are used in the very first stanza. And further, I must tell you that this whole poem is written in free verse, that is, there is no rhyme scheme in this poem. So now let's move on to the second stanza. The second stanza says, it would be an exotic moment without rush, without engines. He would all be together in a sudden strangeness. Fishermen in the cold sea would not harm whales, and the man gathering salt would look at his hurt hands. So, here in these lines, the poet says that it would be a rare situation when there will be no engines working. Here he wants to say that if everything comes to standstill, it will be it will be a very different moment. If all the engines, like the vehicles and machines, stop, then there will be a sudden, strange situation as the world will experience a sudden calmness. People will not be in a rush to achieve material things one after the other. Further, the poet says that The fishermen will also stop and not harm whales in the sea. This means that the poet is urging everyone not to harm the animals. Here, he gives the example of whales which are being hunted for the purpose of food or trade. He also wants people to calm down so that they can stop and see what they have achieved or lost. For this, he gives the example of the man who gathers salt, whose hands are hurt, and he wants everyone to stop for a while in order to see and feel their achievements and how much they have lost for the sake of attaining such materialistic things.